Well, I think Marvel's about to make another mistake. Race swapping Professor X is a bad idea. The fans don't want it. It's just unpopular. For me, what bothers me the most about the race swapping is that it's so in your face nowadays, and you can tell it's being done really to push an agenda. And it's not even true representation because either you're going to take the exact same story you would have written for a black guy, a white guy, and put a black guy in it, or you're going to actually change the story, in which case, if you've changed the backstory of the character, and you're infused, let's say, racial aspects from black culture, black history into the character, you've really fundamentally changed the character, not only just looks wise, but story wise. And some people say, well, it doesn't have to even matter. It's all just fantasy. Who cares? But I don't buy that. In my mind, those people, when you push them on other things like, okay, let's race swap Storm, let's race swap Black Panther and make him a white guy or an Asian guy, they would find that completely offensive. It would be erasing black culture, black history, discrimination. It would be used as evidence to say that the studios won't cast black people in leading roles. So they find it clearly offensive to race swap Storm or Black Panther, and you shouldn't race swap those characters. You should cast them to look as they were written and drawn in this case. Now, Professor X has other characteristics, of course, that you want him to be able to sort of look like the character. So, for example, Superman, you would want to be a strong, tall, light skinned guy, not a short, fat, light skinned guy. Even if you keep the race, it could still not work. You got to be able to embody the role. That's what good actors do. Sometimes you need CGI, prosthetics, whatever, but you need to get there. By really casting a different race, first off, you make me suspend disbelief. I have to constantly remind myself that, okay, we went from Patrick Stewart, who played obviously very iconic roles in the X-Men universe as Professor X, and and he's going to be in the next big Avengers movie with Doctor Doom and all these other people. So you're going to go from that to switching the race of the character that people know and recognize so significantly. I'm not saying he has to look exactly like Patrick Stewart, but he needs to be believable that this is the same kind of character, the same basic look of the character. One of the things that is also interesting, if you read this article, they're even considering race swapping Magneto. As you see, Denzel is rumored as the studio's top pick for Magneto. And they're going to try to do like this Martin Luther King as Professor X, Magneto is Malcolm X, and there's two sides of how do you deal with civil rights. I think that's a terrible idea, and I think you're making it way overly political when you do that. Denzel Washington has led many great movies. He's a good actor, and I'm sure he could play to an extent a convincing role as that kind of character, but I wouldn't buy him as Magneto. Now, there's also rumors that that they might cast Daniel Day-Lewis as Magneto. I find it hard to believe that Daniel Day-Lewis would take the role of Magneto. It's possible, but I find that hard to believe. And it seems to me that while it's still in the rumor phase, they are listening a lot to feedback because there's a lot of different ideas out there. It's still years away. I don't think they've locked in, settled on anyone. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. What do you think about race swapping characters? Do you think Marvel's actually going to do this? Race swapping two big iconic characters, I think, is a lot. We'll see, but hopefully they see some of the fan feedback and think better of this decision.